All right, everyone.
We're ready to go.
Oh, it didn't turn on. What happened? What happened? All right. Oh, we are going. We are going. Never mind. I'm a dork. So, hi, guys. I didn't have my thing pulled down so I could see it. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Okay, so you guys know that I love to collaborate, right? So, look who I have. I have the Way of Positive Change. This is Lori. So I'm going to turn it over to her. She's going to tell you a little bit about herself, and she also does readings. She's going to tell you how to get a reading with her. So take it away, Lori.
Hi, everyone. I'm so glad you could join us this evening. I just met Sheila for the first time. She's delightful, although I've watched her many times. And I'm a reader down in Southwest Florida on the Gulf side. And I've been doing readings since 1990. And if you'd like to schedule a reading with me, you can go to my website at any time, thewayofpositivechange.com. And I'm so happy to be here with Sheila this evening. I had a little struggle getting the lighting because it's dark here now. But we got it up. We're ready to go, and we've got lots of questions.
Yes, I think, Lori, I think you look beautiful. I think everybody in the chat will agree that they can see you. Everything looks great and wonderful. And everybody's saying, hi, Lori. So good evening. So we do have a few questions that I have gotten from you guys when you guys were doing the questions for Dave. So we have a few of those. But if there's anything in the chat that you would like to really, is anybody in there that has a burning question that we can go over and start it off with? Everybody's saying hello. We're gaining speed here. We got people coming in.
All right.
Greeters here.
Mr.
Greeters, yes. So Greeters here. So you just had a brand new grandbaby, eh? The grandbaby is probably about a year old now, right?
9 months.
9 months. Wow. Wow.
Really getting around. She's very busy.
I have 3 grandchildren.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Yeah, my youngest is a grandson who is 7. He just turned 7 in November, or not November. That was my son. My son turned in November. He just February 10th. He just turned 7. So
that's your youngest?
My youngest grandson, my daughter's son. So, all right. So I don't see any. I don't see any questions coming through. So a lot of people want to know what is. I said, what does Biden want from? You remember her? Did he go after? Was it DeVos or DeVos?
Betsy DeVos.
Betsy DeVos. I think he had a meeting with her. Do you have any idea? I heard that there was a meeting that he had done with her. What does he want from her? Is she involved in so many things? Like, was she involved in a lot of the stuff, Betsy DeVos? So we can definitely answer that question. Do you know a little bit more about that?
Because I do not know anything about it. I haven't heard about that.
Yeah, somebody had said that he had to sit down and had a phone call or something along that lines with DeVos, and I was just wondering if it was like, does she know something? Is something was going on? So let's read on her and see what's going on.
Well, she was on the board of, or the manager, I forget the profession title, but she was in the Department of Education, right?
She was, and she quit the moment that he did the insurrection. She quit. So I don't know if she was calling him and giving him like, hey, this is what's going on. She was like tattling on Trump or whatever. But let's see what's going on with DeVos.
What they discussed.
Yeah, she did. She left in disgust. And isn't that funny how you could do a whole bunch of things, but all of a sudden that is your turning point? That's your turning point. So, a lot of people coming in, giving you hugs. How does Trump keep on getting away with what he does? There's another question that people want to know. All right, DeVos. Let's just read on DeVos and see what's going on with her. She was the Secretary of Transportation, a cabinet position.
Transportation was Chow, because Buttigieg went for her job, right? But she resigned at the same time that DeVos did.
Yes.
So she
yes,
was.
Chow did. Yeah, yes, you're right. You're right. It was Chow. Okay, DeVos was the Secretary of Education. Okay, cool. All right. I keep on getting a headache, like a really big headache with her, like she wasn't sober type of a headache. Like
Really?
she keeps she gets a lot of hangovers, headaches. That's what I keep on getting. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but that's what I keep on getting with her. Education.
I know she was in hot water about the school loans, big college loans.
I get pentacles. I get pentacles and I get cups. Like she was emotionally attached to money, so that's interesting. What'd you get?
Yeah, I've got. She really thinks she's all that in a bag of chips. That's for sure. And everything she does is about money. He did talk to her about money and education because I've got the Pentacles and the Hierophant across there.
I have the Three of Wands, looking for assistance and seeing the big picture. Maybe she was trying to get herself out of trouble, because I also have the Ace of Cups, like where she has that emotional attachment, but she's also learning. Yeah, that learning knew something like this is not what I wanted. This is not what I signed up for, because I also got the Ace of Wands. This is not what I signed up for. And this is the Tower, the chaos. This is she was letting him know about the chaos. Like there's nothing here that looks right. There's nothing that was ran correctly. And she was just trying to maybe get herself out of trouble. What do you think?
I think
weird.
Was it? Yeah, I think it was a meeting about the education and the money and maybe some rules or governing rules that she had in place and wanting to create change.
I don't think she's going to get a job. Even if she wanted to get a job, she's not going to get a job. No. So, do you have any things, any questions or anything like that you can think of?
I guess we could look more into the committee that Pelosi put together.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Because
she did the.
Go ahead.
She did the 911 committee. Was that the one you're talking about?
Yes, yes.
The 9/11 committee thing. Yeah, let's look and see what they're going to find. That's a good idea.
And when, maybe. Probably going to take a long time. Or at least a long time to release anything.
Right. They're probably, they probably have so much evidence just to run through. I mean, it's not like Trump supporters hid any evidence. It's like they have so much to get through. It's not like they have to find a whole heck of a lot. What they're going to have to go find, and this is what I feel, is they're going to have to go find where Trump was, how they connected him. That's where they're going for, and that's what they've been going for, is getting Trump and the insurrectionists connected, so that when they do bring serious charges, that there's just no doubt. I mean, everybody knows he did it, but they want that solid connection. So let's see what's going to happen. I don't think it's going to take a whole lot. I see 3 to 6 months is what I saw by the time they really can put it together.
We're really looking for the funding of this. Who funded it?
Ah, yes. Yes. Yeah, they're looking for the strategist. They're looking for the person who put together and got it organized. And that's what they've been talking about on the news a lot, about the organization, because they talk about the guys. They were all in uniform, and they were uniformly going through the crowd, and they were trying to get to those people who had had a bigger agenda, and they were organized. And that's what they're going to do. The Seven of Swords, betrayal, but the strategy, the problem solving. Like, this is how we're going to do it. This is what we're going for. They also had the Magician, where the tools at hand. The tools at hand? How did they get there? What did they know? How did they get into the? How did they know how to get? Navigate through the White, or not the White House. I keep on wanting to call it the White House, but it's Capitol building. How do they knew that? What were they really going through? Down to earth, creative. They were, what were they were being creative. Why, what was their real agenda? I think it's more serious than what we know about. What do you think?
Yeah, and I think they want to know who led the secret tours, and who took the panic buttons out of the squad's office.
Yes.
I don't know if every single one of them, all four of those women, had the panic buttons, but I know it was basically their offices. And they're looking for the ringleaders. They're looking for the stars of the show. They want to see who gave the tours, and they're going to talk to the people that have been put in jail to assist. They're really going to question that.
Yeah, they are the low-hanging fruit. That's why the reason why they were able to get to them first. They're the low-hanging fruit. They're the ones that they're going to be like, hey, we won't keep you here if you tell us who is in charge. Yeah. Who was this? Tell us what happened, because these are the people who thought that they were doing the right thing, because they more than willing to let everybody know what they were doing. Yeah, they are the low-hanging fruit to get to the big ones, the guys that weren't showing their face.
Yes, and then who announced it, and which social media used it, and what platforms. So they're going to be really searching that as well. Yeah. But the secret tours, that was very strong.
I thought they have videotape of who. I'm pretty sure they have videotape of who did the tours, because the Capitol building is like a hornet's nest of videotaping and surveillance. I mean, there's not much of that Capitol building that was not videotaped. So I think they know who was doing that. But I think the main thing is okay, they have it, but they need a connection. It's the connections they're going after. Let's see if they're going to be able to connect the dots to 45 and to the ringleaders. Let's see if they're going to be able to do that.
Okay. And we could ask some questions about Governor Abbott in Texas, if he's going to lose his position over what's happening there.
Didn't he resign?
No.
Oh, I thought I read something that he resigned, that the governor maybe it's the mayor that resigned.
It could have been a mayor.
Yeah, maybe I think it was the mayor. Yeah.
The viewers, Abbott didn't resign, right?
Somebody in the chat will let us know, but I thought maybe it was a mayor, and maybe I don't think it was. Yeah, there's a lot of lawsuits that we have to get through, but let's do the if they're going to be able to connect the dots to the ringleaders and see what happens there.
All right. Will the investigators be able to connect the dots to 45?
Yeah. The mayor of San Antonio resigned because of his rhetoric. Tim Boyer resigned. Okay. Okay, insurrectionists. They're going to be able to connect the dots. Oh. Do you hear that?
Do I hear what?
Oh, maybe it's just me. I heard a high pitch. Maybe it's just me. Okay, let's do it. Did you already lay down? If you've already laid down, go for it.
Um, I don't think it's going to be as easy as we thought when we were shuffling. Some people are not going to be. Some people are not going to be helpful. Of course, we know that. Those are his most loyal supporters. I don't think that they're going to be able to connect all the dots. There's still something elusive here. Maybe that's how they present it, or the intent. They're not sure how they're going to show the intent. What are you getting? But there is a justice card.
I got the justice card as well. Well, judgment, I guess it would be kind of the same thing. So I got the Hierophant. That's who they're going after, right? The ringleader, the top guy, the person who, and then the judgment, the liberator. So then we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is that hardworking. Who did the dirty work? Who was the person who called everybody up and organized? Then we have the sudden changes on that. So it is almost like the organizers had an eraser, and they were erasing all of their tracks. That's kind of how it feels. And then I have the childhood. That means that this has been going on. This is a plan that has been going on for quite a long time. This is not just because he lost the election. This is like the moment he got the presidency. This is what they've been doing, because they've been laying in wait to do what they needed to do. He associated himself with the devil, and that's the family that he cultivated to do what they needed to do. So this has a lot to do with like the moment. It's almost like the moment he got the presidency, the plan was in place on how to take over the government. That was his main goal, was because if he would have been able to take over the government, eliminate all three branches, he would have been able to come out, and he would be the boss. The whole country would be under his ruling, literally. And that, I think, is what his ultimate goal was.
Yeah.
And he needed an army to do so.
Yeah, and I think you're right that they've been, this was their wish card. They've been, a lot of those groups, I guess, they've just been waiting for the prime opportunity to act out.
Correct.
So,
correct.
But they're not going to be able to connect all of the dots, but they will be able to connect some, probably enough for a judicial.
Enough to convict. That's they all they need is one or two, and then
right
to get everybody. All right, so let's do the what was yours? You said something about the lawsuit down in Texas, or something about
the governor, because because they've had freezing weather, and the power grids a lot of them are off. So,
yes. So here's what happened. I know on Facebook. I don't know if you follow Facebook, but the first thing out of his mouth was that it was the turbines, and it was AOC and the Green Deal. That was the first thing out of his mouth. So now everybody that counteracted that, and now they're pushing like, no, this was not just them. Everybody's out, the grid, everything. It was because it was separated so that they didn't have to follow any rules and regulations, and nothing was updated. All the money went to elsewhere instead of taking care of the people in that grid. So when it did get impacted, it can't handle it because nothing's upgraded.
Right.
And so with that said, now and then all of a sudden, after we pushed back and gave the real answers, now they're coming back with like, this is not funny, this is not political. Like, you guys, he started it. He started it. So yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and read. What's the exact question on this guy? What did you want to know?
When does he? Is he up for re-election?
Somebody in the chat would know if he was up for re-election, and he's the mayor.
He's Governor Abbott.
Governor. Okay.
Let's see if he's able to.
He says, yeah. So yes, Sheila. He is up for re-election.
Is he going to lose his seat? Let's look and see if he's going to lose his seat.
Okay. Yeah, he's up for re-election in 2022. I want to know if Texas is treading purple right now. So it might go all the way. Isn't that funny how spirit will convince the people to let go of their old ideas? And let's see if he's going to win.
Does he keep his seat?
Ooh, right off the bat, I got new cycle and enterprise. And then I got the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Cups. Now, the Knight of Wands is that that charming. You know, they liked him. He's charming. However, the Queen of Cups, I think there's going to be a woman Democrat that may be the contender. And I got the Ace of Swords. This is new idea and mental clarity and victory. So I would say the victory is attached to the Queen of Cups. And the Ace of Wands is attached to him, which is that new cycle. Expand our potential, your potential. What did you get?
I get he's losing his star power. And there's going to be many protests because the emotions are running high and he didn't do what he was supposed to do. And they are madder than hornets. And he's going to have to try really hard to keep his seat. But I think the people will choose differently.
Yeah. Yeah. That brings up a good question. If in 2022, isn't there 2 senators up for re-election, or is it just 1 senator up for re-election in Texas? I can't remember. Somebody in the chat will know. Who is it that's up for I know that there's a Texas senator up for re-election. Is it Cruz? My memory leaves me.
Texas that close.
I don't know who. In 2022, no senators in Texas. Okay. There's no senators. Okay. There's no senators in Texas that are up for re-election. But let's go ahead and see if 2024, if it's going to trend Democratic for Texas. Just out of just curiosity.
All right.
Let's do that. Everybody's like, my memory leaves. It happens, Sheila.
Happens to everybody.
Oh gosh, it does.
Walk into the other room, you're like, what I going for? What was I doing?
You know, that's the thing about it, is I walk into another room and I have a new project, so I can't remember why I came in here in the first place. So like, ooh, okay, let's start a new one. I get blue wave in 2022. People will be more clearly. So let's see if Texas will turn blue. All right. What did you get?
Oh boy, those. I'm getting
tough.
Yes. I'm getting a yes at the very end. But that old Texan money, the old. Aristocracy, the big families. But you know, the tower's at the root, so it will be shaken.
I got the tower too.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Yep. And the younger people will rule. They will. They're going to make these big changes. And getting those thugs out of there is going to be difficult, but they will leave. They will leave.
Oh my gosh. Look at this, Lori. I think every one of our cards are the same.
That's great. So that's a big yes.
It is. I got the Three of Pentacles where they're going to be taught. You see that guy? He's up there. He's teaching. He's teaching the thing. So they're going to be taught. They're going to be taught about the chaos. They're going to be taught about the tower, that their day and cold and they're starving and things or people are dying. They're going to be taught the reason why. I also got a Page of Wands as well. So you got the Page of Cups. I got a Page of Wands. So that you're exactly right. It's that the new people's emotions, the new people are going to work at this. They're going to really get in there. I also got the Eight of Cups where they're going to be walking away from the Republican Party because they also have the juggling, the finances, and the demands because if this is their life, they don't want anything to do with the Republicans anymore. It's not worth their time. It's not worth it anymore. They have to go with survival, not money all the time. I think that is their definitely the judging, that balancing the resources, that time management. It is like Biden is showing up for everybody. He's doing everything right, whether they want to admit it or not. Biden is showing up to the plate, and he's doing what he said he was going to do.
Yeah. I think that the tower represents, they're being shaken right now.
Yep.
Who would think that Texas, of all places, but they don't have that, their power grid isn't aligned with other states. So this is really bad. This is really, really bad for them.
Yes, it is. Absolutely, they're experiencing two things. Number one, they realize that their state is not and was not able to take on a disaster. That's eye-opening, right? And then they have two. They have to worry about. They have never had this kind of freezing, this kind of cold, and this much snow for this long time. I mean, it has happened in Texas, but not often. So they weren't even prepared for that. So now they have to look at climate change as well. They are being forced. I mean, people are being force-fed huge amounts of truth right now at this moment. We're watching them walk through it. So it's a good thing. I pray for them. I don't want anybody to hurt. I want the children to be taken care of. I want the elderly to be taken care of. I hope neighbors are being neighbors. Texas is really good for that. They do have some really good qualities. Have you ever lived in Texas?
I have never lived in Texas, but I've been to several parts, and I go there usually every Thanksgiving because my niece lives in Dallas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have family that lives in Texas. My mother, my father, and my two older sisters were born in Texas. However, and then my husband was stationed down in Fort Hood, so I actually lived there. There's a lot of things Texans do. They're very courteous on the road. They'll move over if they're going slow or whatever. And number two, they will take care of their neighbors. It is something in them. If they have something, they have a big old house, they're going to bring you over and take care of you and feed you, whether you like it or not. So they do have some really good qualities in Texas. I just hope that that's what's going on right now, and they're taking care of their people, each other, and having big chunks of truth come towards them. So, all right. So what else do we got? Let's see.
Yeah, so I'm trying to make it about AOC and the Green Deal. Everybody knows the truth. Everybody knows. So stupid.
He did. He blamed it on AOC and all of the windmills that are in Texas and the Green Deal. And it's like, we all know that the Green Deal didn't go through. We all know that AOC has absolutely nothing to do with Texas. And the windmills are always backed up by battery, and the batteries were just running they were losing their batteries faster because of the cold, but it worked. But it is the natural gas grids that they had to do blackouts. They get like 4 hours of electricity. Some people said 3 or 4 hours of electricity just to moderate and try to get everybody something. I mean, 4 hours is not going to heat your home overnight. It's just not.
No.
So, all right. So Texas. So what else do we have? What else did anybody else want? Oh, the refresh my memory. Is it the 9/11? Is it the thing about the KKK where they're going to charge him with collaborating with white supremacists, and it's called the KKK lawsuit? Have you heard about this?
That's being brought by. Oh my God. That's being brought by one person from Congress, Benny somebody, and
Jackie, help me out.
and the NAACP, Democratic chairman of the House Homeland Security, Benny, I forgot his last name, and the NAACP, and there's going to be other people getting together on that too. I want to see if they're going to be successful.
The 911 Commission. I know we read a little bit about it, but I want to know what the outcome. Do you want to see if we can see the outcome yet?
The outcome of Nancy Pelosi's commission?
Yeah. Or the one that's connected to the KKK portion of it. If they can make that work, or did we already do that?
I think they're two separate things. I think Nancy Pelosi's is investigating, that's the 911 investigation team. And then the lawsuit was filed by the NAACP. The lawsuit is the KKK.
I want to read on that, see what's going on with that.
That was brought by the Democratic chairman of the House of Homeland Security Committee and the NAACP, and it involves the law of the KKK.
Okay, so that's what I want to read on. I want to see if the energy is available to us to see the end or close to the end.
Okay.
Let's see what we got. Are you having fun, Lori?
Yes.
Good.
Yep. Oh, there's T-Barb.
Oh, hi, T-Barb.
Familiar face.
Oh, I need to make her a moderator. Hang on a second, because I see her every once in a while. Add moderator.
No, don't do it.
What? For T-Barb?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a moderator now.
Oh, T-Barb.
Yeah, she shows up with me every so often. I see her commenting on my stuff, so she's very insightful. I love her analytical mind. And Cappy's mom is here. Kathy W is here. There we go. Okay, on the lawsuit. What do you got? If you've already laid down, go for it, because I'm still kind of...
I will delay it. I guess the attorneys for Trump and Giuliani are going to try to delay this. Because it's against Trump, Giuliani, the Oath Keepers, and the Power.
I think so. I think you're right.
And, yeah, so there's a filing of papers that causes some sort of delay. They try to get something thrown out, and then there's a change, and we're working on it again. So this is a struggle. I hope it has some promising results.
Interesting.
What do you have?
They're burdened in the responsibility. They're burdened with it. They're burdened with the whole thing. I also got the 10 of Pentacles with the achievement and the money. It's like somebody has said, and I think all of us readers have said at one time or other, follow the money. That's where you're going to get your evidence. And it's coming up one more time. Follow the money.
Yeah.
I also got the 8 of Wands, which is success in it. So that kind of tells me that once they get the evidence, once something does happen, once the floodgates are open with following the money, it's going to be fast movement, because then they're going to be made to look like fools. So I got the fools. So they are burdened. And then the Emperor, which is the judge, they're going to be in front of the judge. It's going to happen. I don't see an outcome, to be honest, yet. So that may not be available to us right now, but yeah. I do see the Queen of Swords, bitter, cover up, and hurt. So, yeah.
Okay. I got a seven of wands as the outcome. So it's a struggle, but they get up on top of it. They get up on top of it. It was a brilliant idea. That was fast, too.
Yeah.
I wonder how many more charges will come.
Oh my gosh. I think he's going to have too many. He's not going to have enough money to fight them all. It's almost, I had done a reading where it talks about, he doesn't even know where to start first. He doesn't even know which one to start with, or which one. And did you go and sign Glenn Kirshner's letter?
Oh, that's what I forgot. I meant to do that because I did a video yesterday, and a few of the people in the chat said they signed it, and I put that on my list, but I didn't accomplish everything on my list. But the day isn't over yet.
No, it's not over with. And if anybody wants to also post that in the chat, Glenn Kirshner is having everybody sign a piece of paper, virtually, of course, that he's going to challenge all of the states to put a lawsuit against Trump because he lied about the COVID and all of the deaths, the wrongful deaths because of his lie that could have been prevented, where that's also going to be impacted. I mean, he has so many. So do you want to read the Georgia lawsuit and see what's going to happen there? Why not?
Yeah, that would be great. A lot of people said they signed it. Kathy's mom did. I know David did. Lisa Foster did. Awesome. You guys are awesome.
And it's so easy. Your name, the state, and I think your zip code, and that's it. And then you push sign. I mean, it is so easy to go do. Nothing. It takes you all of less than a minute to get done. So, absolutely. See if you can see Trump involved in the Epstein. Was he in his ring? I don't know if I want to go into Epstein's energy today. That's hard. That's tough. Tough. All right, let's do.
I can see you, Jay.
Yes,
like,
Jay.
Tell Lori that Jay's in the house. I can see him.
Do you usually have Jay as a moderator as well?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I'll put him as a moderator. There we go. There we go.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
Yes.
And so is DeVos.
Yes. All of it. I mean, Greeter. I think Noel, Asa Tawana. I mean, we really have some great ones. They're just kind of like, yeah.
Oh, and
okay.
And you just mentioned her, and she has a question.
Asa Tawana? Okay.
Yeah. Why are there videos mapping out the White House, VP Obama and Clinton residents, DC resident, Black Hawk helicopters over? What is that about?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what she's talking about. That's confusing to me. I haven't heard anything about that.
Me either.
Black Hawk helicopters over the White House and construction in front of the White House, VP residence, and what time lights go out at the White House and at night. Why are there videos mapping out the White House, VP Obama and Clinton DC residents?
You want to ask them?
Well, I don't understand. Are there existing videos of that? Is that what the question is? Why are there existing? Something bad is going on. So is that existing? Because if it's Obama and Clinton, that would mean past, right?
Yes.
I'm trying to see if she had. They'll shoot down if they fly over there. Interesting.
Maybe it's just advanced security, one of your viewers said. Okay, so
Obama and Clinton still have houses in DC. Oh, so it's current. So there's people flying over their houses right now, over their houses, and doing that. Okay, let's read on that and see what's going on. Yeah, you can't fly an aircraft over DC because of it being that way. So is it drones? Is it maybe, I don't know, watching the White House? There are now live feeds of cameras watching the White House. I'm not sure who is running the channel on YouTube. Others have streamed walking in the area. All right. Let's read on that energy and see if there's anything. Why do these videos exist? She's asking, why do these videos exist? So what do you got?
And I know Cappy's mom knows about DC, so she says no drones over DC.
Yeah, they can't fly either. I mean, this is a no-fly zone. There's no way that anybody. That's like a hornet's nest of get yourself taken out zone. So I don't know what that's about, but there's somebody's doing videos. Financial control and stability, holding on. Steady progress. Looking for assistance, seeing the big picture, the Empress. I don't know. What did you get?
I get it's all because of what happened on the 6th.
So is it us or them?
Surveillance. I got the Empress too. I think it's for safety.
I think it's us. I also get the Knight of Pentacles, that steady progress, making sure everything is okay, and the Empress. I think it's us that's doing it. I think it. Yeah, I do. I think it's us. I get that feeling too. Seeing the big picture, because that's what we do. Is we see the big picture. We're going to keep everybody safe. It's just the. How are they getting a hold of the pictures? I don't know. That's a weird one. Definitely a weird one.
Is there anything? Do you want to ask if there's anything malefic about it?
Yeah, let's do that. Absolutely. Let's see. Yeah, so all of the presidents in the past still have Secret Service, so they have that. Could be a mock-up or a leak. I'm just reading everything in the chat and seeing what they're saying. The website earthy.com has a webcam on the White House, so people that cannot see it can see it, and the city of DC. That still feels like us. Okay, let's see if there's anything bad going on. I don't see anything bad. In fact, I got the Two of Cups, like that engagement, that we're going to take care of each other kind of a feeling. Born leader and judgment, the judgment of it, getting through to that, and then the leaving the past behind. So it still feels like us. What do you get?
When I did the last spread, I got that we definitely have beefed up the security and surveillance. Then I asked if there was if this, of course, was malefic, and I am getting that there are some of the MAGA crew that are doing it. Oops. So, and it's almost like to show they can. I don't know what they're getting at there. So there are some of those of his supporters that are doing some of the filming, but I guess the majority of what we were looking at, we had the strength cards, the Empress cards, those are majors and these are all minors.
So I know a lot of YouTubers are able to go on to live feeds. If everybody can see the live feeds, that they kind of capture that feed and then they can put it onto their own channel. So maybe that's what's going on. And then they're giving it a different narrative. That could be.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll definitely keep an eye on that for sure. All right, let's go to Georgia.
Okay.
Let's go down to Georgia, where the devil called down to Georgia and he had a few votes to steal. He was way behind.
He's gonna get a little bit of a pitchfork in his rear end there.
Yeah, he was called down to devil. The devil he was way behind.
He's in trouble. All right, is Trump? How are we going to ask this specifically?
So, what's the outcome of the lawsuit against Trump? And I guess Lindsey Graham. We'll do separate. We'll do Trump. How's the lawsuit against Trump about his phone call when he called down to Georgia? And then I think there's one on Lindsey Graham as well.
Okay, so will Trump lose that?
Let's see what's going on. Yeah. Somebody had told me that the reason why they taped the one with 45 is because of the phone call of Lindsey. It taught them to capture that information.
That makes sense.
Yep. All right, let's see what we got.
Yeah.
The world saw it. It's in the world. It's in the ether. It's in the ether. The Four of Cups, the apathy, that moving forward. Oh, the end. The worried, the Six of Wands, the battle, the Knight of Swords, sudden action, and then the High Priestess, wisdom. Yeah, it's going to lead to being in front of a judge, because I got the High Priestess and the judgment. The High Priestess who will judge your actions. It's also God, but the High Priestess who will judge your actions. So that always reminds me of a judge. So it will be in front of a judge, and it will be, that old, that new beginning, that transformation. Like, this will never ever be able to. Nobody will ever be able to happen again. And then I got the heartbreak underneath that. So I don't think it's going to go very well for 45. What can they do? It's a phone call that everybody heard.
Yeah, and there's so much on it.
Yes.
It's so involved, and for God's sakes, it was like almost an hour, wasn't it?
It was almost an hour.
And
absolutely.
And called him, I don't know how many times previously, like 16 times or something.
And he didn't answer.
He thinks he's going to beat everything, but he won't. This is going to really hang him up.
Good.
He definitely did not know that he was being taped. Absolutely. This is a big deal.
I'm so glad that they did. I am so glad that he thought forward and definitely did that. But let's check on Lindsey and see how it's going to happen with him, because he admitted it. He admitted that he made that phone call because they caught him in the hallway and they told him about this phone call, and he's like, well, I didn't tell him. I was just calling down there to find out how their process was going and how they were doing it. So he admitted to the phone call. So I wonder if they have any evidence of, because Lindsey is not going to tell the truth. Look. I mean,
Lindsey Graham, is he going down?
yeah, is he going to go down too? And we're heading up to about an hour. All I can do is about an hour. That's all I can really do is about an hour. So we're heading to like our last couple of questions, and then.
I'm just delighted to be here with everyone.
Yes, me too, Lori. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, great.
All right, what'd you get? Go ahead and go. If you've already laid down for Lindsay, go for it.
He's trying to say, that's not, I didn't do that. But he doesn't have a good outcome from this either.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah.
He may have mentioned something about money. What are you getting?
I got that his trickery will be exposed. The Five of Swords inverted. His trickery will be exposed. I also have the Nine of Cups, which is wishes fulfilled. He was doing this on the wishes of 45.
I got that.
I got the success in the establishment. You got to make them do what they got to do. Maybe you can talk them into it. Maybe you can tell them what they need to do. They need to follow. They need to be a Republican. You're right. They need to act like they're a Republican. If they're Republicans, they need to act like Republicans. And because the truth, the Ace of Swords, cutting through the truth, cutting through the crap, then justice will happen. So they are working on getting that. But the only card, the bitter cover-up, is the card that kind of threw me for a minute. But it came in underneath the Ace of Swords. So the clarity, the truth that comes out, the breakthrough through the cover-up. So I think they get more. I got the Queen of Swords too. I think they get more information from the incident with Lindsey Graham than they do with 45. That's what it feels like. It's like there's more to Lindsey Graham's that connects to 45 to make it just really powerful.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. So crazy.
Yeah, boy, I'm so glad you mentioned Christmas letter, because so many of the viewers have come on and said, I just signed it. So 10 more people just signed because you mentioned it. So that's awesome. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, I actually went to his videos, and then I posted it on my community page. And Glenn Kirshner gets an automatic notification when somebody posts it to their community page, so he'll know that you did it, and he knows where they're all coming from. So that we do that. So do you have? I think it's maybe one more question.
Oh, sure. Really? Wow. Does that? Have we been
on? It goes just like that, doesn't it? Wow. I know.
Some of viewers wanted to know about March 4th.
If there's actually anything going to happen.
Yeah, because I guess the Quackerdoodles think that that the clouds are going to part and Donald Trump's going to come.
Yeah, the Quackerdoodles think that that's the original inauguration day. I mean, it just saying it out loud makes me feel like I'm telling those, like I'm lying. They think that it's the original inauguration day and that Trump will be inaugurated that day and he will be president again. Of what? I don't know. I don't know how they're getting from Biden being. I guess they still think that Biden's going to be arrested, how did they get there? Don't you ever? It's like, how do you get there?
I don't. They think that, and I think, was it one of the other readers said that they actually believe that Trump is still in the White House?
Yes,
still there. Yeah.
Something about Biden and Trump have switched bodies and faces.
Oh man.
Something like, I mean, they really go there. They just go. I mean, if you're halfway there, you might as well just go all in.
So
I guess is their theory.
are they gonna make some sort of a ruckus or something on March 4th?
Well, let's just read on March 4th and
Okay.
see what is America on March 4th and see.
Yeah, because that video that you did about January 6th was really something. I mean, you really nailed that.
Woo, that was crazy.
Let's see if we get something like that again. Hopefully not.
Let's see what's going on. Okay, so I'm just going to tell them my cards. However, so the Chariot comes out. The Chariot is that conflict of forces. Chariot moving forward with that conflict of courses, and then doing the groundwork. So these wackadoodles are, really planning on this. However, I also got the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups talks about new beginning and new love and the marriage and the compassion and the emotion, just doing that creativeness, but spirit, something temperance, the National Guard, whatever, just squashes it. Like, it's over.
Wow. Okay.
It's over. So what did you get?
I get marching or walking.
Yeah, Chariot. Yeah.
I'm getting that something's up. And one of your viewers asked, if we could look at the couple of days before March 4th.
That's a good idea.
It's like I think this is the gathering.
I feel Florida is going to be inundated.
Really?
I feel that they're going to make Florida and March 4th a thing. What do you think?
At Mar-a-Lago?
Yeah, possibly. Like they do a mock-up of him becoming president. Is that too far? Even I say it out loud and I think it's too far. It's too far. It's just too far.
It could be a pilgrimage. Let's look at the days before that if there's any. I don't like it when the devil pops up there.
No, that does not look good. However, he is partnered up with the deviled people, so. All right. Okay, so I got the day before, which is King of Pentacles, Four of Swords, laying low, Ten of Pentacles, wealth and happiness. And then I got the 4th, delusional, Seven of Cups on the actual 4th, the Two of Pentacles, financials and demands. And then I got the Hierophant, spiritual guidance again.
Okay.
It's weird. And then I got the Judgment on the day after, the Emperor on the day after, and then I got the Knight of Swords, bravery, courage, conflict, sudden action. I don't know. These are really confusing to me. I'm getting more confused the more I get into it. What do you got? I'm just being honest.
Well, yeah, I think that there is some sort of a plan. I mean, I do think they have some sort of gathering planned.
I also got the Knight of Swords. We get the same cards, honey.
We did. We've done that a lot tonight.
Yeah.
It isn't known. But I keep getting like a march or something.
Okay, let me see if I can see the march in my card somewhere, because I got the Two of Pentacles. You got the Two of Swords. I got the Two of Pentacles, which is kind of the same thing. You're juggling the truth. I'm juggling the money and the plans. right?
Will anything bad happen?
Hierophant shows up one more time. It's like they really do get uh either
Squish.
judged, or like it's almost like, so if they're doing a march and all of a sudden Mother Nature shows up with a great big huge bad storm type of interference.
All right. Well, I vote for that.
Yeah, me too. But I do see right after the Hierophant, the Judgment comes up, the Emperor comes up, but the Knight of Swords is the one that's confusing me because that's fighter, that
Yeah,
fighter coming
it
in.
sure is. And
I don't know. It's a kind of a mixed bag of, I don't know if it's the. Okay, so here's something else that's coming to mind. The trying to take over the government, their plan sucked. They weren't very good at it. You know what I mean? When they took on January 6th, they put up a good fight. They did. They just really, but in order for you to take over a government over the United States, you're going to need a better plan. Right? It fell through. It just didn't work. And this is kind of how it's feeling too. It's like they have all these plans, and too many people are in charge, and they just can't come together, and it's haphazard, but the energy is there to do it, to do something.
yeah, I'm getting that there's a bit of a stir up. It may happen even before that day. Maybe even the end of February. Because I get these cards that there's a little, well,
You do, yeah.
something going on there, but hopefully with the Chariot card, like you got, with the armed forces, um, they'll be
Something.
they'll be okay.
Yeah, I don't see anything big or disastrous. There's a couple of cards that didn't come through. The chaos, the tower. I didn't get you got the devil, but that represents who they are. And I didn't get, the world's gonna watch and things like that, like I did with the other ones. So yeah, I think they're haphazardly trying to do something. And again, they're going to say, let's do one more. Let's do the base. Let's see how many people have left the Republican Party. Is that really true? And what are they really feeling?
Okay.
And then
Sounds
that'll be our last. Hi,
oh,
Danny.
yeah.
Danny Shay is in the house.
Hi,
Back with
Danny.
Tarot.
I want Danny too. I really like his energy.
Me too. He is a sweet guy.
Yeah, he did a great video with Kim from Intuitive View.
Yes, 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 yes.
He was
Yes,
making me cracking me up about the iguana.
yeah, Terry. Yeah, Danny is just as sweet off camera as he is on camera. Just to let you know, there's no difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very sweet.
How many people have left the
All right, Republic. All right, I need to concentrate on my cards. Let's see what's good. If you've already laid down, you go for it, because I'm still thinking.
I'm still shuffling.
Okay, yeah, I'm still shuffling.
How many Republicans have left the party? The party's over.
It is. It is like this great big huge cavern. I just saw the in California. What is that with the earthquake? What is that thing that they?
The fault?
Yeah, the fault. I just literally saw miles and miles of the. What is it called? What is that?
Fault line or a highway?
No, the fault line. What is that called?
The
fault line in California. It's so famous. Sheila should remember, but that's just how it goes with Sheila. She can't remember the adjectives. What?
Danny says it's San Andreas, the San Andreas fault line.
I just saw a picture of the San Andreas fault when I brought in the energy of the Republican Party. I just saw it. Like the separation. Like California has always been threatened it's going to fall off into the earth, but I think that's what the representation is that the main party is going to be good and solid, and the rest are going to fall off.
A lot of the big donors and the old Republican aristocracy families, they're freaking out. They are freaking out. They know that Russia, because this is my Pootie card, they know they've been infiltrated with the bad Russian oligarchy money that's taken over, and they don't know how to get it back. They don't know how to put it back to, it's like Humpty Dumpty. They don't know how to put it back. Wow, there's big leaves here. Lots of friendships and donors backing out. Big problems. How many are you getting?
So I actually switched to my other cards, and I got Justice. And if you can see this card in the Justice, you see that the Justice on the bottom, the dark Justice, and then the top Justice, and she came in upright. So that is being exposed, the justice of that. And then we have the Two of Wands, where there's one wand right here is being left alone, and she has chosen this one, and she has the abundance and the support of the world on the Two of Wands. And then I got the World again with the Emperor, the abundance, the world, the moving forward, and things like that. With my other cards, I also got the burden, the Ten of Wands. The burden of the Republican Party is just too much for them.
Yeah, it's a fracture. So I don't know how many, but this is a big fracture.
Huge fracture.
And then I did the Celtic cross, and on the challenge is keeping it together. So it doesn't look good. It's not so great for them.
It is not. I think, well, here's something that, back in the day, I could have cared less if you were a Republican, really. I mean, Democratic, Republican, you guys had some good stuff, whatever. And that whole atmosphere is gone now. Yeah. They can't go backwards anymore. It has been so diluted and so polluted and so corrupted at this point in time that they have to come out of this and make something new. They cannot go back to that. And I don't know how they're going to do it. I think they're going to have to probably create like this, walk away. The Eight of Cups, walk away from the Republican Party and start something new.
That's a beautiful deck. What deck is that, Sheila?
Oh, this is nice. This is a barter gift that I got from one of my people that I read for. This is called the Light Seer. Oh my gosh, you have to get that, Lori. It is nice.
Hello. Okay.
Yep, there's 78 cards in there, so it has that more impactful, but the artist on that, look at the Two of Cups, how it illustrates the Two of Cups where they're conjoining, when my cups are with your cups, that Two of Cups. Isn't that beautiful?
It is.
Yeah, they should whoever illustrated this, and they did a perfect job. So, all right, my dear, I am tapped. How about you?
I had such a good time, and I enjoyed seeing everyone in the chat and the moderators, and thanks for inviting me on. And I think we asked a lot of really great questions.
I think so too. And I do have the remote view that I asked for guests. If ever I have an opening, which will probably be next month or two, would you be willing to come on?
I would love that. Thank you very much.
Good. I will definitely have you on for that. So thank you, Lori, for accepting my offer to come and join me on my channel. Okay. And if you ever wanted me on yours or whatever, I'm here.
We'll do it. Well, I know you're very busy, but yeah, we will do it.
Don't worry about me. I'm a Gemini. I am a high-functioning Gemini. I figure it out. I do. I get it in there. So, all right, everybody, the moderators, everybody that's in the chat, all of the chats that were in, I guess super chats is what they're called. I don't know. Thank you for all of those as well. And transparency, I always split my chats with you, so I will figure out how much I got, and then I will send you off a half of that. So
that's very, very kind of you.
Of course. I think it's only fair. So, thanks everyone, and we will see you later. Hang on there for a minute, Lori,
I
while
will.
we end.
Bye, everyone. Have a good night.
Make sure you smile good because this last picture is the one that stays. So you gotta smile good. Here we go.